Well, welcome everybody to what is a really important game, which is going to be played here in conditions somewhat suboptimal. The rain is falling heavily, the players are feeling it on their backs, and soon the pitch will be evidently much wetter than Endrick! And he couldn't finish.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Space for him to turn and look. Has to go back here. He's having a pop! It's bounced back off the post. That's good defending, very good defending. And it's been taken short. It's a sweeping cross. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Diego Llorente calmly anticipates. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Amrabat. Still goalless. Bartra kept his eye on it, and he's there. Amrabat. And that's going wide left. Endrick. Bartra cuts out the pass. Pablo Fornals looking to pass their way up the pitch. Fernandez. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well, there's the clearance. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Looking for the run.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He has found the way through. That's a decent clearance. And reclaimed it in a trice. Now, who's going to be first to this?
Oh, great feat, that.
Rudiger gets it clear. Now, looking to orchestrate a counter. Llorente, and it's Amrabat. Endrick, looking to play him in. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Mbappe. And here's Endrick. Madrid have got it back, and they'll have a great chance! And he has his goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
En el minuto 33, el dorsal 21.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Well, that looks a cracking ball. Well read, nice interception. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Endrick. Madrid are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Amrabat. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Engages and forces him off the ball. Foot in. Valverde. Threads one in. He has a look up. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Pablo Fornals plays it short. Played in by Pablo Fornals. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Out for a throw. And that's definitely not his best. Mbappe. Endrick. Now Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide. Rudiger. The most accurate pass. And for the first half, that is that. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Some first-half thoughts?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Madrid are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. Back on the way then. Madrid currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Now it's Mbappe. Llorente. Bartra. Tries to play it through. That's a sharp pass. Pablo Fornals.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Anthony. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And the shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Amrabat. Aimed beyond the defence. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And they win it back again. That's a cute ball.
Might want to be careful there.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Well, that has not gone well. Good ball, good take. Still just a single goal between the sides. Alexander-Arnold has created one goal already. Well, that is one way to stop him. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, got a chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Now it's Mbappe. Endrick. Now it's Endrick. And the shot! Good, strong hand by the keeper. And here's Gonzalez. Pablo Fornals. Anthony. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, perfectly. Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Well, there is that saying, Peter, that if it isn't broke, don't try and fix it. But I suppose you don't want to risk anything in a game like this.
And now they can spring out of defence. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Mbappe. Pablo Fornals. Madrid perhaps contemplating their next change here. He's looking wide.
Seville really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
He's in a great position here. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 17, el dorsal 8. Serán sustituidos por...
Ambitious
el
ball
dorsal
here.
7,
No, that's been intercepted.
el dorsal 19, cambio de jugadores.
Madrid will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Hector Bellerin. What a throw in. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Now, can they get him away? And it's Rodriguez. Can he get it through? Leading by just one goal and still some defending to do. Now it's Endrick.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Now this could be a chance.
Madrid really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Now it's McTominay. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Knocks it into space. That's a goal kick.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage.
And that is that. Madrid have done it. They've achieved what they came for. Maximum points, the perfect outcome. Endrick taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?